Hello, my name is C83. Here we are again. We are going to use the color angle for you today. Take a look at one of Monet's series. Sunrise impression. His color style. And what is the logic of the colors behind his paintings? Everyone has seen this work. We restore for a greater the authenticity of his work's colors. We operate on different channels and networks. Got a lot. A photo of this work of art. After comparison, it is the closest to the museum picture. We used this sunrise impression. Give everyone a color interpretation. Oscar Claude Monet was a French painter. He is renowned as a leader of Impressionism, one of the representatives of the Impressionists. That is, from the origin of the Impressionist naming. His main works are Sunrise Impression, Haystack, and so on. Monet was one of the most important French painters. The theory and practice of Impressionism. Most of them have his promotion. Monet excelled in experimental and expressive techniques of light and shadow. His most important style changed the way shadows and contours are drawn. In Monet's paintings, you don't see very clear shadows. You don't see protruding or flat-coated profiles. Color description of light and shadow. It is the greatest feature of Monet's paintings. We also use the quantitative color analysis tool of CDS to conduct a quantitative analysis of the following works. The work we see. It comes in many colors. If your friends have heard of me for various videos and lectures on color, you will know. And it looks something like this. On the color analysis at the bottom of the color, all its colors add up. Maybe 40,000 or 50,000 colors. But we are in the analysis of color. It has to be categorized. In this way, we put its most representative color. The closest colors are summed up together. We collectively call this extraction. So we get these 9 colors. And that's basically what's important about the painting. The color characteristics of, and these characteristics are, the artist during the sunrise impression process. Basically from his own memory. This work of art. Let's think back. The time of creation of this work. He must be at dawn. And that's where you start painting invisibility. When I first painted the color of his sun, the colors of his canvas are not very bright. Second, sunrise from the horizon to the rising horizon. It's a very short time. It can't be perfect. Accurate, precise. Describe it non-objectively. What he saw. It must be used for the first sight. Maximum color impressions and excitement. Record it. Finished this work. Many works are included in the composition. It basically sets the stage for the artist's creation. Because when you face nature, his position, his composition and color scheme, it's all in the painter's head. What kind of state would he want to show? Who is the background? Who is the prospect? Who is the medium shot? Who is the most prominent visual center? Painters know this. Okay, let's take a look. The internal analysis of his paintings. And this is what we see. The 9 colors he just proposed. It's got a new one, a color signature. We can tell from the hue ring. It has some representation of color. But within the triangle there is also a representation of color. This is what we can see most of its color area. Mainly in this color area. It's called the cool zone. So it's computer intelligent color analysis. It was clearly captured. It's the cool areas. So here's one more thing. That's its hue. Is the color of the sunrise we see. But it's an embellishment. So in this one, we will make an expression in the triangle. We first saw this color, from the most vivid reds, oranges, to grayish colors. That's the bright white gray we see in the sky. To the black we see. This line is called the whiteness of the same color. This line is also a color, a very obvious pattern. So that's it. When an artist expresses color painting, it's mostly in the mind. Already have a mature idea of color. What are the characteristics of the color to be expressed? And he came up with it himself. The characteristics and methods of expression of these paintings. Using the methods of today's color science. When comparing, found out that he must have followed the visual unity of color, and the law of color to create. This is where we can make a more accurate analysis of various quantitative indicators of a color. This is the 9 colors we just used to make out the color of its color scheme. This is the color scheme we extracted. We make it this far, extraction of color from a color. The color appearance characteristics formed by the final color. According to the color characteristics. According to the theme requirements. Completed a color scheme of the main and auxiliary points. His goal is to capture the sunrise. This work of art, in more than just watching. His original work is in the museum. Appreciate his colors. But here's the thing. Put his spirit of this color and the soul of this color. Apply it to our lives. So that Monet's art could live forever. And this is what we see. His color scheme. You all know that. Our method is this set is his color scheme. This set is his color scheme area guidelines. We will use this set of colors Let's do some demonstrations for you. Some cases of, and you're going to see the spirit of Monet in a moment. It will appear again in today's life. This is what Monet depicted in this painting. His physical analysis and his psychological analysis. Well, we gave him a definition of color. It is the quantitative analysis of color. That's like his analysis. It's a physical part. 157 degrees, the color is 11 minus 93 degrees. Gray release is 5 minus 99 degrees. 1 minus 55 degrees of whiteness. And its main color area is in the 24 area. District 24 minus 5. These are the physical characteristics that illustrate him. The second half is about his psychological characteristics. Therefore, we are concerned about these objective. Some manifestations of psychological characteristics. And our subjective perception of color. The sunrise impression of this work. Can his senses be unified? Can it be? Let's take a look at the amount of hue stimulation. Hue is the intensity of the stimulus. We know it's a cool color, with warm colors, with red, and green, and blue, and yellow. So it's intensity contrast. Chroma is intensity contrast, because we saw a very bright, it's sun color, also saw a very dark background color. The same goes for blackness. Blackness is moderate contrast, because we're basically looking at tomorrow morning. In the sunrise impression in the early morning, the color is gray, obscure, so we see this is blackness. It's a contrast of medium to medium. The whiteness is relatively strong. Whiteness comparison. It's because of its background color and black color, and its colorful colors. It has a very contrasting lightness. So let's go down to its psychological noun. We look at hue. That's the color part of it. It's about silence, tranquility, depth, romance, and vitality. Our 4 keywords. You close your eyes and think about it. Sunrise impression. In the morning, a red sun came out. It's a quiet morning. Then they're deep. Is the penetration and transmission of sunlight, rich in connotation and power, and romance is precisely the beginning of a life. A vibrant morning. Romantic and vibrant. And his color position. It's the feeling of being in a color triangle, is deep. Because relatively speaking, this color must be deep, because of the dawn of the morning. Implicit because there are many colors between them. Not very clear. Relatively speaking, there is some fusion between them called implication. But thick. It is because of the level of his color. Very rigorous, very tight, but the color is very exciting. So the chromatic interpretation of these colors. And the key word for hue interpretation is conformity. It also fits the work of sunrise impression. The characteristics of color design. Okay, let's put the basic theory of color into perspective. Finished reading. Then we'll stick to the old rules. Use this set of colors. Give you an introduction to an application case. Take a look at the sunrise impression this color. In life. How is it alive again? They come back into people's lives. So this is what we see. Basically, you can feel it. The color of the sunrise impression is here. Its traces are hidden in this complex. His touch of the sun turned into a very, very dazzling. A very comfortable chandelier pendant. And his whole background is blue-gray. Black. This is the color of our sunrise impression. exactly the same. The use of this color's characteristics. It's impossible not to understand. Colors have a soul. The spirit of color can be passed down. Monet's works of art. It will be used more vividly by future generations. We made 4 sets for you to see. And that's what we have for you today. Monet's sunrise impression of the color knife. Objective physical analysis. And psychological experience. And put its color spirit for secondary use and amplification. Monet's Color Club. In our future works, there will also be sharing for you. Our theory of color comes from the color classic of color. In order to better understand our professional color channel, you can find it in our previous in the video of color to understand the content of professional courses related to color. Thank you very much.